My fellow ASA members, I'm here not just to introduce myself, but to say thank you. So I'm going to start with that. Thank you so much. I'm a PhD student at Michigan State University, doing a dual PhD in fisheries and wildlife and ecology, evolutionary biology, and behavior. I've done a lot in my life to get here. I've lived, worked, and studied abroad in 9 different countries. I've battled over 800 days in the roughness and toughness of Alaska's waters, and I can even speak 6 languages. However, these experiences and qualities are all on the surface of who I am. They're impressive to many, but as Paul pretty much says, I can do all these things, but if I do it without love, I am nothing. And as James says, if I have works without faith, these are also nothing. Coming from Spanish Harlem, New York, and knowing the iniquities of my past generations, maybe I wasn't supposed to be here, but I am, because of faith and love. When I went to Messiah College for my undergrad, the challenges of school made me feel like I didn't belong. But it was at Messiah that I met my first ASA member, Dr. Joseph Sheldon. Many of you may know Joe and how great he is. He's the first person in my life outside my family who truly believed in me. Despite the things I lowered my self-esteem about, Joe accepted me for who I was and saw the future person God wanted me to be. So for over 15 years, this one ASA member had an incredible impact in my life. And this is just one person. So you can imagine the impact ASA has had on me since my first meeting that I went to last year alone, right? My first year in graduate school was tough. Imposter syndrome, loneliness, competition, sleeplessness, depression. These are all highly contagious in the toxic atmosphere of academia. How can I be a light when such darkness is so suffocating? I admit that this darkness took over me by the time I finished my first year of school. But then I went to my first ASA meeting. It was then that the light within me was able to shine again. I felt so safe, welcomed, inspired, and my hope was restored. I learned that there are many influential scientists in their fields who made it, with their faith and wisdom ever increasing despite it all. I learned to not just study a subject, but to find awe and wonder in it, which naturally leads to praise and thankfulness. I learned that it's okay to have uncertainty from time to time. And most importantly, I learned that I was not alone. In this COVID-19 situation, the darkness of graduate school and academia was at it again. But what I learned from ASA was not fleeting. Every month, the Christian Women in Science group has been meeting via Zoom. And despite living alone, working alone, thinking alone, I am not alone. ASA has had and will always have a lasting impact in my life. From one member and mentor like Joe to interacting with more ASA members than I can even count now, I am so comforted and happy to be a part of the ASA family that it is. This is a family I didn't know I had and didn't know I needed. I am so grateful to grow and learn from you all, and I hope to be able to pay it forward as I help new students and early career members who may be stuck or with doubts like I was. There's so much more I want to say, but I know I have the rest of my life with ASA to say it. So for now, it's just great to meet you all. And again, thank you so much for taking me in, uplifting me, and supporting a member like me.